In this video, I'll show you every feature on Quickads. We'll explore how Quickads transforms the entire advertising journey, from setting up your account to discovering ad opportunities to creating stunning images and videos, and finally, optimizing campaigns for maximum impact. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned marketer, Quickads is designed to simplify the process and give you powerful tools to reach your audience effectively. And by the end, you'll see how every feature works together to help you launch ads that are not only creative, but also smart, targeted, and result driven. All right, so first of all, you want to set up your account. So you want to go here into the website of Quickads. You can use the link in the description so that you'd be able to get the best prices and bonuses. Once you're here, you can click here on login if you already have an account. If not, you can click here on make your first ad. And from here, we'll be undergoing this process. So first of all, you could enter your product description, or you could enter your website if you have a shop or wherever you're selling. But if you don't have one, you can just describe your product in here, which is what I will be doing right here. And now I'm just going to go for the brand name. So I'm going to go for Glow Sip tumblers, something like that. And then here in the product description is you could just go and put your product description right here, and take note that minimum is 250 characters right there. And then next is the product images. Click here on add product image and then select your image here from your device. So in my case, it would be this one. And then I could just click here on continue right here. From here, AI analysis is in progress, so you just need to wait for that while it's personalizing it for you. So let's wait. And now from here, the first thing that would pop up would be an ad specifically made for you for your brand based on the details that you have provided Quick Ads with regarding your product or websites. Now, as you can see, we now have this one, so we can view that. So we can click here on the download image right here. And now it will be prompting us here into the pricing plans, wherein we could see the paid plans right here. And we have the free plan, which is Discover, but it's sold out because there is only limited slots per day for the Discover plan. So it will be hard getting this. So if it says sold out, then our only choice would be going for the trial plan right here if we are not yet ready to commit into the paid plan with all of the features. So you can just go here, you'll get almost every feature or all feature, especially the creative features in here, which is exactly what we need, and the core features of Quick Ads. And from here, you can just click here on choose plan. If this is what you'd want, you want to try it out first, click on choose plan. And now in this checkout pop-up, you could go click here on add code so that you would get discount using a promo code. You can scan the description of this video and check out the coupon codes, and then you can put it in here to get some discount. And after that, all that's left is to click here on the payment information right here, provide it, and then click on start trial. And then once you've paid $1, then you're all good for the trial for 5 days. And now, once you're done with that payment and now you have your subscription, you will now be prompted here into the dashboard. And in here, you'd be able to see these tabs. So first is we have the image creative. So immediately, we will now be greeted with the results right here of our product that was made by Quick Ads. So this is the product that I have given Quick Ads. And from here, this is where we can create or upload visuals for our ads, including the templates, editing tools, and AI generated options. So we can click on one of this. For example, I like this one right here. I can click on that. And from here, I can now go and change the background color, add impressionists, brushstrokes, and many more. And basically can write out the prompt right here into the AI, and it will now make the edit. So now let's test this out. Let's say that I would want to edit. So let's say remove all text in the image. So I would want this to be removed. And now I'm just going to click here on send, and it's now going to process the editing. And once it's done loading, it should now be done with the results. So let's wait for a bit. And as you can see, it is now done. As you can see now, we don't have the text anymore. So just write out any edit that you'd want to happen into your image, click on send, and it should be done. And from here, you can click on update project if you would want to save this. As you can see, I have now clicked on that, and image updated successfully, and now it's right here. As you can see, it doesn't have the text now, and it becomes the version 0 instead of version 1. And from here, we can also click here on download ad if you'd want to use that, and it will now be downloaded into your device. Next one that we have is that we also have the analyzed ads right here. So basically, this is where you'd be able to see the stats or the analysis of your ads. But as for now, we don't have one yet because we're just starting out. Same goes with the video creatives. This is where you'd be able to see all your videos that has been created here in Quick Ads. And slideshows, same thing. This is also where you'd be able to see that. But again, we don't have one yet because we're just starting out. And here on my assets is where you'd be able to see all the assets or content that you have used here in Quick Ads. So if there are anything that you would like to see that you have created or used here in Quick Ads, this is where you'd find it. And our next one that we have under Discover Ads is we have Ad Library. And from here, you would now be able to see a bunch of ads right here that is related to your product or the website that you have provided earlier. If you remember, when we set up our account, we provided either our website or product. As you can see, I have provided my product, which is a Tumblr. So I am seeing Tumblr related ads right here that could be helpful or is similar to my product, so I could see my competitors, and if there is an ad right here that is doing great, so basically you can see that here in the analyze score. You can see 58, which is just average. 50 is just average right here, which is the color orange. And from here we can click on that ad, and in here we'd now be able to see here under rating, and we'll be able to see the ad summary, the status, if this is still active, the start date when it's posted, and the running time is 200 plus days, and other details right here. And then the summary right here. So based on the AI analysis, so you have the CDA, summary, hook, message, and so on. You could also play it right here if you'd want. You can just click on that, and then it will now play right here. And then here you could go for the hook, and yeah, some details right here from the AI analysis. And then we have some improvement ideas right here that is also suggested by AI. And now if you would want to clone this ad, and if you think this is really great or interesting, you can click here, and basically the AI here in Quick Ads will replicate this style of this ad while staying unique, so that it would make sure that there are no copyright implications and so on. So now here we have our similar ad based on this ad that we have chosen that we'll be cloning. So from here we can see the scene 1 right here. So it's 0 to 5 seconds. And this one right here, scene 2, scene 3, and then we have scene 4 right here. Total of 4 scenes. And then we have some visuals right here. You could always see details right there. And from here, you can click here to clone ad. And now from here, you will now be able to enter the URL of your product. And for this video, I'm just going to use this product from Hydrate Spark. So I'm going to just go and copy the link right here, copy. And then after that, I'm going to go back in here and then enter the product URL, paste it, and click on clone ad. And now from here, it's now generating the script, the video, and everything that we need to get started into creating and editing the ad. So let's just wait for it to finish. Now that it's done loading, it's now going to take us into the 2-step process, and it's specifically right here under create video and idea to video. So basically we'll be using this tool right here in cloning the ad. And from here, the idea to generate a video is already pre-filled for us based on the ad that we have chosen and our product that we have pasted earlier with a link. And from here, you could edit this, add something, change something, or even remove something if you would want to. But in my case, I'll just stick with this one since this is already from the product that I have chosen. Next is that you can go here into change voice to change the voice narration. So you can choose one right here. You can click here on play to preview the sound or the voice.
I'd rather regret the things that I've done than the things that I have not done.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate. The years teach much which the days never know.
Our distrust is very expensive.
Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none.
I think I like this the best, so I'm just going to click here on use, and it's now going to be the voice that will be used in the video that we'll be creating, as you can see right here. Next is that you have the size or the aspect ratio. Choose one right here. In my case, I'll just go for this one right here. Just the short style, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube short. You can go for the video duration. In my case, I'll just go with the shortest one. And next is that you can go for the language. So you can set that right here if you'd want a different language, and then a B-roll media type. I prefer to go into stock videos since we are selling a product. So I'm gonna go with stock videos right here. Anyways, the B-roll media right here, I recommend that you do it your own, like with your actual product if you are selling a product, so that it would actually match the content and your product would actually be advertised, because there's no way that using stock videos, images, or AI images will get your product to actually show on the video, because that is what we need. We need it to be on the video. So I'm just going to go for stock videos just for an example. And from here, advanced settings. Here we have the prompt type. So in here, you can make the AI stick to the provided script without altering the story, or you could give it some creative room. So it could transform the given idea into a story, depending on what you want. In my case, I just wanted to stick to the provided script. Next is that we have the target audience. So in here, I can go for young adults. So I can go for adults, old people, sporty people, something like that. Next is that we have the ethnicity. So you can click here and choose one. In my case, I'll just not answer this. And then the video style right here is that you could go for real time, color, time lapse, slow motion, and so on. So you could check or uncheck if there are video styles that you don't want to be incorporated into your video. Once you're done, you are now ready to click here on next button on the top right, and it will now go and actually apply the settings or prompt that we have given right here on this step. Alright, it is now done, and from here we now have the video preview on what the AI here in Quick Ads has made for us. We can click here on play.
Imagine a day where staying perfectly hydrated feels effortless. No more guesswork, no more regrets. The Hydrate Spark Pro 2 transforms how you drink, blending sleek design with smart technology that guides you every step of the way. Its glowing reminders and gentle sounds.
So yeah, this is basically it, and just like I said earlier, I prefer that you replace some of these videos into actually showcasing the product. Like for example, it's just showing the bottle right here, which is very generic, and it's not even related into our product. So I suggest that you put in some B-rolls of your product, just put some videos here, just so that you would be able to inform the viewer on how the product would look like, and I think that would sell the video or the product more. And from here, we can do that easily here in the editor. As you can see, we now have the scenes right here already laid out for us. So from here, we can scroll sideways, and then we'll be able to see all of the B-roll media that was used. Right here, we have section 1, section 2. So we could do that right here. And we have this button. So we could click here on the edit button. And then from here, you could click on that. And then you could actually go click here on edit. You could cut it or trim it. You could even delete it if you'd want to replace it, and then upload a new one. And same goes for the other. And in here, we also have our script right here, or our text that was used in the video. And in here, we have our timeline at the bottom, wherein we would be able to see the scenes and then the text here also. So we would be able to go click here on the caption right here at the bottom, so you can see what caption it is. You can just edit it right here if you would want. And now let's play some let's put the play it right here. So you can click here and it would now be right here. So in this part right here, it's saying Bluetooth right here. So I can click on this, and then as you can see, we have the caption. So I'm just gonna put in something just so that you'd be able to see that it is edited right there. So I can click here on update, and then from here, let's see if we're gonna see that, and yeah, see the applied text. So from here, just gonna play the video.
While Bluetooth sync ensures
As you can see right here, it's right here. As you can see, we now have the edited text in here. And there are a ton more things on what you can do here in the editor. You can just feel free to explore. I have just laid out the basics. You still have your full avatar settings, avatar with background. You could also use it with a product or no avatar. And then you have these tools right here wherein you would be able to delete or remove elements. You could duplicate the elements here in your video, like a text or image that you have overlaid right here. You could preview this. You can see your canvas. You could save this if you'd want to work on it later on. And you could also render this if you're now ready to download it. But as you can see, this would need the editing features unlocked or the premium subscription. So you could just upgrade and you'd be able to download the video. But yeah, this is basically it in the Quick Ads video editor when we are cloning the ads. But in my opinion, the clone ad here in Quick Ads, I don't really like it that much because it's not really that accurate as to the ad that I was aiming to clone. Like for example, right? This is the video that we are trying to clone and it's nowhere near this video on what we just did, right? So as you can see right here, it's just like this, no dialogue and so on. So I think you would have to edit the prompt into something like this because the prompt that we have given or the script that we have given actually has a lot of text in there. So I think that is why that there is a lot of dialogue that's going on into this video, and this video right here does not have one. But yeah, that is basically the clone ad feature here in Quick Ads. And now from here, we also have the download report. So basically, you'll be saving all of this information that you're seeing here into an offline file. So as you can see right here, I now have it in a PDF, and now I can view it anytime or anywhere as long as I have this file right here. And it is now uploaded to my device storage. As you can see right here, we have some suggestions for the video that we'll be making against this or competing against this ad and so on. So yeah, that is basically it for the download report button. And if you'd like to reanalyze this, you can just click here on reanalyze now. And basically it's gonna refresh the analysis. And if there's something that is updated with a video right here itself, then there would be some more details added into the report right here. So it's basically just updating your analysis. All right, it is now reanalyzed, and now we have this new data. From here, we have the rating, so you can see the creativeness, performance, CDI hook, and the ratings right here, so you can see that. And you could also create a similar ad, basically like cloning, and you could also download the report again. And you could also reanalyze now if you want. And then we have more right here. We have the asset analysis, the storyboard, and then the improvement ideas for this video. All right, we are now done here in the ad library. Now let's go into analyzed ads. So basically, this is just a compilation of all the ads that you have analyzed here in Quick Ads. And we only have one for this account, which is this one. So again, I can open that again, and basically I'll just be able to view it. So yeah, this is basically just your history section for all the ads that you have analyzed. Next one that we have is the bookmarks. So this is where you'd be able to see all the ads that you have bookmarked. So for example, I'm going to go into ad library and I'm just going to bookmark some ads. So from here, you'd be able to see the ads here and notice this button. We have the bookmark button, which is this one. You can click that on every ad that you want. Click on bookmark. And then from here, you would now be able to see that right here under the bookmarks section. All right, so now let's move on into create image. And from here, let's go into AI ads and post. So we'll be creating one using AI. So we could choose e-commerce, service or software, or you would describe the product, depending on what kind of information you'd want to provide the AI. And from that information, it would now generate the image ads. So in my case, I'll just try out the e-commerce one right here. So basically, I'll just put in a product page link. So I have this one again. So I'm just going to copy the link of this one right here. And then I'm just going to go back into this tab. And now I'm just going to paste the link again and click on Analyze URL. So now it's going to analyze the product page and create image ads from those information. And now it's done. So from here, we can now set up our image ads. So from here, we have our brand or product name. We can change that if we wish to, but this one is already correct. So I'm just going to leave it be. And here in the description, you can scan this and see if there's anything wrong, anything you'd want to change, remove, add, or what. So once you are now satisfied with your description, you want to proceed into the campaign objective. So in here, we can go for brand awareness, lead generation, sales conversions, and many more. So depending on what your goal is for this ad. So for this one, I would want to go for engagement. And from here, you can go for select product image to start. From here, you would already have the images right here that was scanned from the link that you have given. So as you can see, it was pre-filled right here. So in here is that you can add more if you wish. You could also generate with AI, and you can also continue with that image. So depending on what you'd want, but if you have provided a link, then you should have some images right here from that link. And then next is that you want to go here into advanced settings. And basically, you would have the customer stage right here. So where would you want to apply this? You could go for stage 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on what you want. All right, it is now done analyzing the link that we have given. And from here, it has gathered all of this data and pre-filled each one for us. So first is the brand or product name. So it's Hydrate Spark. You can change this if you'd want. In my case, it's already correct, so no need to change. And here in the product description, you can scan this and see if there's anything wrong with it, anything you want to change, remove, add, or whatsoever. This is where you can edit that. And then the campaign objective, you can go for the goal right here of your campaign. You can go for the brand awareness, lead generation, sales and conversion, engagement, product launch, and website traffic. So as for this one, I would want to go for sales and conversions. And next is that you can go here for the product image. So you can also continue without image if that's what you want. But basically in here, you'd already have these images that was gathered for you from the link that you have given. So you want to click on the image that you'd want to use right here. So I'm just going to go and I think go with this one. And then you could also go click here on show more so that you'd be able to see more, but it's getting quite laggy because there's a lot. So I'm just going to go for show less right here. Click on show less, and there it is. And next is that we have the advanced settings in here. So you want to expand this. And in here, you can go for customer stage. You can select the customer stage right here. And then the language, you can change that. The selling point. So this one right here, you could just put the selling point. This is not pre-filled. I have put this myself. So I have put LED thermostat. And I'm going to go for lightweight right here. And then let's say eco-friendly. So very basic ones. But of course, you would want to put your best selling points of the product so it would sell more effectively. And we also have the brand logo. So it's automatically set for us from the link that we have provided. Also the brand color right here. You can change that if you'd want. But again, it's already set. And the post dimension. So would you want to optimize it for a LinkedIn post, Facebook post, or Instagram post? Depending on where you'd want it. So you can choose one. In my case, I'll just go for Facebook for this one. And then click on next right here since we are now done with that step. And then from here, we can now choose the template. So you can go for the customer stage right here again. You can choose one on where you'd want to apply this. And yeah, basically you could go here into the stages. So in my case, I'll just go for, just go here into brand awareness. And then I'm just going to go for this one, for example, right there, and click on additional instructions. You could also do that. and include the brand logo in that. So I would want that. Click on additional here, and then you could go for heading, subheading, CTA, and additional information that you would want the AI to consider in creating your ad. So in my case, I am now done in selecting the template. We could also go for custom right here if that's what you'd want, and then you could also clone an ad by providing a reference ad right here. So you could drop an image in here, and then AI will basically use this as a template or as a reference, and it will make a similar ad. So in my case, I'll just go for this template right here and click on generate ads. And here's the result. As you can see right here, it is a similar ad to the template that we have chosen. And from here, we can select that and we can click here on download, or you could also create variation if you'd want to see more of this style or of this template, if this one just doesn't interest you or it's not quite right. You could also select that and click here on edit, and then you could edit it with AI or go into the editor if you would want. And from here, you could also create a new ad from scratch right here again, if that's what you want. But yeah, that is basically it here in AI ads and post. Next up is that we have catalog ads. So from here, we can click on add catalog, and from here, we can now provide the URL of our product feed. And we also have the option here to go for the CSV file for our source feed if that's what you want. You can select the formats right here. You can go for CSV, XML, or TSV. In my case, I'll just go for CSV and then upload a file in here by dragging it. And as you can see, it's now right here. And you can replace or remove. Select your language. And then the ad type in here, you can go for image or video. I'm just going to go for image. And then the brand right here is Glow Sip tumblers, which is what we have right here as our product in this Quick Ads account industry. You can select that right here. So for this one, it would be on, I think I'll just go for the consumer goods and then the catalog name right here. So let's say that a sample catalog right there. And then you could also go for a password if you'd want to. You could set your username and password right here. In my case, I'll just skip that, click on validate and next. And the next one that we have is the template on the ad that will be made. So you can choose one right here. There are a ton of this right here by scrolling down. But in my case, I'll just go for this one and click on create catalog. And just like that, we have now created our catalog ad fast and efficient. And from here, all we have to do now is open that. And as you can see, the status is still processing. So we just need to wait for that for a bit. And we will now be able to click here on the catalog name. And from here, we now have the title, the medias right here that we have uploaded. This is from the file, by the way. So you could see that right here. And you could see everything, every information that was on that file. Title, created on, updated on, price, sale price, and action. So in here, we could preview the catalog image. We could deploy the ad right here for this specific product. And then we could also download the catalog image if that's what we want. But however, all of this is still processing because we have just created our catalog ad. So we would have to wait for a bit, especially that there's a lot of products in here. And we have this one right here on page 2. We still have more products here. So with this, you can easily run hundreds of product ads without manual design. This saves time and boosts ROI with minimal setup. Next one that we have is we have image ads. From here, we can provide our product URL to create an image or upload it manually by clicking here on this button. So in our case, we'll just be using the URL again, paste it right here, and click on continue. And from here, it will now analyze and load it up again, and it will now provide us an image ad. All right, it is now done loading, and then we're now here into the objective step. So here in step 1 on this process is that we're going to go and select the stage right here in the marketing funnel. So in here, we have the brand awareness, which is for broad reach. And we have the unaware of pain points. So this is to educate about the issue they face and aware of the problem, but aware of the product. So this would show your product as the answer. And then aware of the product, but then aware of relative benefits. This is going to highlight the features, advantages, and proof. And then we have the aware of the above, but create urgency to act. So you want to push urgency like limited offers, CDA, or whatsoever. And then we have finally retargeting. So this would re-engage, upsell, or recover abandoned carts. So this is crucial in selecting the objective because this would match the ad creative to customer mindset. Like for example, stage 1 ads should educate about the pain point, while stage 4 should push urgency. So this is a crucial step in creating your image ad. So as for this one, I just want to go for the brand awareness. Next is that we have the language. So just select the language that you want right here. And then we have the advanced settings. So in here, we can see that we can go for banner ads or social media. So you'd be able to see the template or the size right here. You'd be able to see that, and then you'd be able to select one of this right here. Depending on the one that you have chosen, either banner ads and social media, you would have different choices in here. In my case, I'll just go for social media. And then I would want to select headings right there. And then now I'm going to go click on next. From here, it's now going to let us choose the media. So these are the photos that was gathered from the link that we have provided. I'm going to choose this one. Actually, I'm just going to go for this one right here because I think this looks really good. And click on create ad. And then from here, these are the suggested text for the post. So you can choose one right here, whatever it is that you'd want. So main heading, subheading, third heading, and city heading. So for the main heading, I'm gonna go for this one right here, or I think this one is better. And then the subheading right here, this one, third heading, I'm gonna go for this one, and then the CTA heading is explore more. I think that's great. And click here on save. And now it's getting our ad creative created. So let's just wait for it for a bit. And here it is. In just a sec, it was now created. It has used the image that we have specified. And then we have this right here, which is the benefits right here of this product. And then we have the logo right here. Though overall, I think it's not that great. The design is not great right here. It's too plain. It's too simple. So we have this template right here at the side. So we could choose one right here. And let's say I would want to select this. And as you can see, it would now automatically adjust. So you could just select one right here. And you would now be able to change the design in just one click. You could also edit the text if you'd want to, the image, and so on. But yeah, it would depend on which one you need. So I'm just going to go and select one right here. So I'm just going to go for this one. And as for this, I'm just going to go for just that. I think I'm satisfied with the design right here. Just a very simple one. And then once you are done editing everything right here, remember that you still have these tools right here on the left. And you could go for elements, for layers, ad sizes, text. You could upload your own assets. You can change the picture if you would want to. You would have it right here on assets that you have used. You could change it into like this. You could just go here and basically just remove the background here first. So I'm gonna go for click on remove background in here, and I'm just gonna delete this and then choose this one again. And then from here, it will now be removing the background. And once it's uploaded in right here, it should not have the background anymore. And then I could basically just swap it out right here. And I'm just going to delete this first. I could do it like this. So if you don't want that, you could definitely do this right here on Quickads. And you have some media and then some templates finally. So yeah, that's how you would be able to edit your image ads right here. Once you're finally ready, you can click here on save first, update, and then you can now click here and download if you're now ready to export this as an image, GIF, or even MP4. And now that's it. We now have this simple image ads from Quickads. So from here, I'm just going to go for save progress before we go back into the menu. And now we have it right here. As you can see under image creatives here in the dashboard, we have this. This is the one that we have created. Next one that we have would be the social media post. And from here, we can now add our product URL again, or you could upload it manually if you click on this button right here. So depending on how you'd want it. So in my case, we'll just go for the product URL again to keep things simple. Click here on continue. And now, once again, we'll be prompted here into the objectives tab once the AI has finished gathering data from the link that we have provided. In here, same thing with the stage 0 to 5. I have already explained each one of them, so you can just choose which one you want. So let's say I just want to go for pain points right here. So that would be stage 1. And then select language and advanced settings. You can select that right here again. You could go for banner ads or social media, depending on which one you would want. So I'll just go for social media because I would want templates. And then the sizes right here. And yeah, basically I'll just go for this and click on next to proceed. And now I get to choose a template. It's currently loading. So let's wait for it. And then here it is. So now I think I'm just gonna go for this one right here. I'm gonna go for this style, select that, and click on choose template. And from here, I get to choose the media that will be used on the social media post. So for this one, I am gonna go for this. Just a simple one. I think this one's better. So I'm just gonna go click here, click on create ad. And now it's generating our post. So let's just wait for it to finish loading and it should be ready in a few seconds. And now here's our social media post with the caption, hashtags, and I think the picture looks great right here. It's perfect. So yeah, I think it looks really, really good. So I am impressed with the smart hydration right here. Enhance your hydration habits today. Though I see some problems in here. I have chosen the pain point on the objective, but I'm not seeing any pain points in here. And I think it's the hydration habits that needs to be enhanced, and then the smart hydration and so on. But yeah, I was expecting more pain points from this post, I guess. So yeah, that is basically it. But I think overall it looks great, especially the design. It looks really good. And from here, we can now see the actions. So we can now regenerate this post. If you are not satisfied with this, you can click here again and it will now give you a fresh new result. You can click here and edit in Pro Editor and then you'd now be able to edit the image. You could use AI. You want to type out what you would want to be edited, type it out right here and send it to AI. And then you'd now be able to change or edit your image right here. It's very easy to use. You could also download a post if you're now ready to export it. And then you'd be able to see the creative score. And these are the details about the product that is good. It's visually striking, clean layout, and uses platform appropriate formats and conveys authentic brand voice. And that's it. All right, next one that we have is we have the fashion photo shoot. So this is designed to help brands showcase their products in a visually striking editorial style format. And from here, you could now select your garment to be used on the model. So you can choose one. So from here, I am just gonna choose, I think, something more sporty since we are selling a tumbler. So I'm just going to use from one of this right here. But you could also upload your own garment image if you have one. Like you have some branded shirts that you'd also want to sell. Then you could definitely upload it right here. Just upload a picture. But as for this example, I'm just going to choose from one of these. And I think I'm just going to go for something simple. And I think this one would fit best, I think. And from here, you could also enable accessories mode. And then you'd be able to select an accessory if needed. But since we are sporty in this product, so I'm just going to go and disable that. And next is that we're going to choose a model. So since we have selected this garment right here, and I think this is for male, so we're going to choose a male model. And now I'm just going to go for this one, for example. This model. I'm going to click on that and now we have it selected. And from here in the result, we get to select our AI model. We got for C-Dream and then fashion. So I think for this one, I am just going to go for a C-Dream 4.0. I think C-Dream is great. I've been using that in other AI platforms. Here in advanced settings, you can go for quality, quick, balance, or quality. So this one is, we're going to go for the quality, and seed is this one right here, where you could put a number. And then the outputs, I'm just going to go for 1, and we get to spend 1 credit. And from here, it is now generating. We can just wait for it to finish, and then we should have the result. And now here is the result. As you can see, it has now used this garment with this model. So this is really useful if you're trying to sell some merch, some shirts, basically anything fashionable right here, including the accessories. So yeah, this is a great feature for you if that is what you're selling. And then now, once you're ready, you could also resize this into Instagram's post, story, thumbnail, Facebook cover. As you can see, I have now selected a thumbnail, and now it's gonna change the aspect ratio. And then once you're satisfied with that, you could also click here and download image once you're ready to export. And then you could also download upscaled image if you'd want to upscale the image. And then you have the save as asset, edit image. If there's anything that you'd want to edit, then it will be prompting you into the editor. And then we have the deploy ad if you'd want to make an ad out of this image. So yeah, that is basically it for the fashion photo shoot. Alright, so now it's time for the product photo shoot. So earlier we have fashion photo shoot, which is essentially for t-shirts, for outfits, and for accessories. This time it's now for the product itself. In here, we get to choose if we would want a fast process or precise process, depending on the result that you'd want. Of course, precise is better, but this one right here, it would take you less effort. So for this one, we'll just be going for fast, for example, and let's see how good it is. From here, click on that button, and then we get to upload our image for our product photo shoot, which is essentially our product right here. Click on upload image, and then from here, is that I can just drag my image right here. So here is my image. I'm just going to drag it here, and it's now going to receive it. It's not processing the image, so let's wait for it. And now here, what is your product? So it's now going to pre-fill the title, but we could go for water bottle. I think this one is better because this describes our product broadly in 1 or 2 words, which is exactly what is wanted here in the section, as you can see here in the do and don't. And next is that we have tell our AI more about your product. So as for this one, I'm just going to go here into the product page of the product itself, copy this, go back, and then just paste it right here. And then here in the model is that we have Nano Banana or Sea Dream. And I think I like Sea Dream the best. So I'm just going to go for Sea Dream. Next is that we get to click here on the next button on the bottom right. And then we will now be able to generate prompts on the product. So from here, we can now select up to 4 background from our below list. So here we have background 1, a sleek modern gym locker room, a stylish office desk, an outdoor hiking trail, and whatsoever right here. And I think gym locker is the best one for me. This is what I want, so I'm going to go and select that. I get to select up to 4 backgrounds. I'm just going to choose another one right here. And I'm just going to go for this one right here, stylish office desk, so that I would be able to tell the customers that this is not only for sports, but you could also use this on your daily lifestyle. Here in the styles, we can now select one. We could go for realist, anime, sketch color. So I'm just going to go for realist right here. Right there. And then I'm going to go for the advanced settings, negative prompt. So if there are anything that you don't want to be included into the image, this is where you'd be able to exclude them. And then once you're done, you will now be able to click here on generate, and it would consume 2 credits because we have chosen 2 backgrounds, so there will be 2 images. And then the size, we can choose one right here. I'm just going to go for perfect square and click on generate. And now here it is. It is now rendering our image. So this process may take up to 1 to 2 minutes. Let's wait for it for a bit. And here's the result. Now you could just select which one you want. And then from here, you can now download it as an image, save as asset if you'd want to save this on your Quickads account. You could also edit the image, and then you could also make an ad out of this. And I think the images looks really great right here. So that's it. And now last one under create image right here is that we have text to image. So for this one right here, the main purpose of this here in Quick Ads is to get creative context, like you can generate lifestyle scenes, abstract backgrounds, or thematic visuals that make your ads stand out. You could also use generated image that you'll be generating in here as part of your ads design. Then layer your actual product image on top when you are making your ad itself. So you will not be making the actual ad right here. This is basically just generating images to be used for your ads. And now I'm just going to give out the prompt right here. So I just want this prompt. So stylish gym interior with soft natural lighting streaming through large windows and so on. So yeah, you can just give out a prompt. You can give it something simple that would also work fine. And then let's go for the model. I'm going to go for Sea Dream again. Style is that we can now go for the art styles right here. So I just want realistic because this is a water bottle product with a sporty vibe. So I'm just gonna go for something realistic right here. I think 3D render would also work. And we have photography. I think this one is great. Photography. I'm just gonna go for that. Click on generate image, and it will now generate us right here. All right, here is our result right here with the specific settings that we have here on this prompt. And if you'd like to see the history, you can click here on history, and this is where you'd be able to see all your generations here in text to image. And here are two of them right here. So that's it. All right, now next one that we will do is that we're going to go create a video here in AI video. So now we'll be able to give out the prompt right here. But before we do that, I suggest going into the settings of your prompt first. So I want to go here in the plus button so that I could upload my product from the assets right here. So you can see this image right here. So if you're not seeing anything right here under all images, then I suggest going into Quick Ads dashboard first, go into my assets and click on upload assets and upload your image right here so that you'd be able to see that right here under all images in selecting your assets in AI video, just like this one. I'm just going to select that. You could also go for stock images or AI products if you have that. I'm just going to go for this, click on done. It's now selected, as you can see. Next is that we're going to go click here on the at symbol. So this is where we'd be able to select our AI avatar or model that will be used in the video. I'm just going to use Ethan, but there are a ton more avatars that you could use here in Quick Ads. As you can see, it has a massive library. And here in my avatars is where you could use your own avatars. You could click here and create your first avatar, which would prompt you right here. And then in creating your avatar, you would need to provide your avatar name and then your aspect ratio here. Select the race that you'd want, and then the generation prompt is where you'd want to be more specific into the details about your AI avatar. So this is where you'd be able to manipulate that or add some details. You could just edit the prompt because it's pre-filled right here. I suggest following this format for best results. I'm just going to use Ethan right here. So let's just make sure that it is checked right here. Click on confirm selection. Next is the duration of the video. I'm just going to select 15 seconds. And then here in the mic icon is where you can select the voice. You could just click here on the play button to preview the voice.
Rather regret the things that I've done than the.
It is not so important to know everything.
So yeah, I think I like this. I'm just going to use Roger. Click on use and it's now going to be selected, as you can see right here. And then finally, the orientation of the video, you can go for portrait or landscape. I'm going to go for portrait right here. And now finally give out my prompt. So here's my prompt right here. So I'm just going to go and delete the 15-second one. So yeah, you could follow this as a guide, or you could create your own from scratch depending on how you'd want it. Just type out your prompt in here on what you'd like to happen in the video. And once you're done, click on generate. And then it will now prompt us here into the chat, and it's still loading. It's still in JSON, so just wait for it to finish. Now that it's finished, we will now be able to see the structured data right here on our video. So we could manipulate the video details right here. So we got the script, the title, duration, and these are the scenes. So we could manually edit something here on the scene. So this is scene 1, B-roll. first frame, a bright sunlit kitchen countertop with a sleek metallic water bottle. So we have our product image that we have uploaded earlier right here. So this will be used as a reference so that it will be accurate to our product. So it's very important right here. And then the last frame, same thing. And then scene 2 right here, durable and stylish, perfect for every adventure, which is the voiceover. This is a B-roll. Water bottle sits next to a stylish backpack. And yeah, so from here, I would like to add my image again right here. I would want to showcase the image once again. Last frame is that I'm gonna go for I think I'm just gonna go for a random one, so I don't want to add an image in here. And a scene 3 conveniently fits in your bag or cup holder. So as for this one, I think I'm just gonna go for an avatar for this. And then the scene 4, get yours today. So I would want to showcase my product again. And the scene culminates in a bold, get yours today. And yeah, once again, my product. And then there is only one avatar scene right here, which is fine. So once you are now satisfied with all of the settings in here, you may now finalize your video by typing in yes in here, sending it to create the video using the script or settings above. Click here and send, and it will now generate your video. All right, it is now ready, so here's the result. Let's preview the video first, and now let's play it.
Introducing the sleek modern water bottle that everyone is raving about. Durable and stylish, perfect for every adventure. Conveniently fits in your bag or a cup holder. Get yours today and stay hydrated in style.
So yeah, that's it for the AI video. I can say that I was satisfied because there are some part, especially in the audio, where it kind of awkwardly cuts off. So when I play it,
Introducing the sleek modern water
as you can see, the image here just stands still in the frame, though it fits perfectly with the platform in here. I think it blends well, but in the other scenes, right here, this water bottle is not related whatsoever. So I think we would need to edit this and change this scene. And next is this one right here. So
conveniently fits in your bag or a cup holder.
and yeah, I think it's fine. This scene is fine. And this one right here again is the same as the first one right here.
Stay hydrated in style.
So yeah, I think I would need to improve this because I wasn't satisfied with that, to be honest. So I need to click here on edit, and then it will now prompt me in the editor page wherein I can edit each scene. I could change the video, the scenes right here, even the text, and so on. So I have already explained this editor earlier. So yeah, this is where you do it again. We have our tools right here: storyboard, text, creators, music, hooks, and CDA. But basically, yeah, this is where we'd be able to generate our AI video here in Quickads. All right, next one that we have is direct response videos. In here, we have product URL. So we just need to provide it right here and choose the language. It's that simple. And from here, you could also include brand logo in videos if you want. And the demos right here, you could drag and drop your videos right here if you have one. But if not, then you could just also do so with just this ones right here. Click here on next, and now it's fetching your product details from the URL that you have provided. And now that it's done loading, we now have this process. So first is the hook. So this is where you can change the hook. So it's been preset for us. So this one thing changed everything about my hydration routine for me. So I think I'm satisfied with this one. And then choose the AI avatar in here that you'd want to use. So from here, we can see a massive library of AI avatars. As for this one, I'm just going to choose something like this one. I think I like this because it's running. It fits perfectly for our water bottle because of course you would need a water for running, right? And then next is we have background music. So from here you can choose to pick randomly, or you could choose one right here. So in my case, I'll just pick randomly right here. And next is that we have the text overlay style. You could choose this designs right here for the subtitle, you can see that being reflected right here. And I think I'm just going to go for a simple one, not too distracting. And then the product video right here, you click here on plus, and then you could add your demo video about your product right here to be included in the video that's gonna be created. In my case, I don't have one, so I'm just gonna skip that one out. And from here, we can click here on create a video, and then we will now be able to see that these are the videos that was generated for us. So there are 4 of them. So let's view a few. Let's go for the first one.
Maybe I was just crazy. Maybe it was the 60s. Or maybe I was just a girl.
So basically, it just scrolled through the URL that I have given it because it's the product page of this one, right? So let's go back and let's go for the second one. Yeah, I think this one is pretty decent with the music because that is so popular, especially on TikTok.
Maybe I was just crazy. Just a girl.
So yeah, it's pretty similar to this. It's just that the background was changed, I think. Yeah. So overall, I think it's pretty decent. I like the second one right here. And now we could go click here on save for this one, or you could also click here on the edit button if you would want to edit this video, and then you'll be prompted back into the editor again. But yeah, so make sure that you save the videos. So you're going to click here on confirm, and then basically we'll be prompted here into the editor once again. And then once you're all satisfied with your edits, you can now click here on download, and then you will now be able to download or render it again, which would take some credits. For me, I'll just go for save progress. Next up, we have URL to video. So in here, we can create our AI video ad just by providing the URL. So here in the setup, we can choose website URL. So we could just paste it right here. You could also describe your product if you'd want and provide its details, or a ready script right here. You could provide your script. I'll just go for URL and then paste it right here, and then choose the language, which is English. Click on continue to customize. And then it's now analyzing the URL, and it's going to take us to the second step, which is to customize. All right, so now here we are on the second step, which is to customize. Now we get to select our video templates. So you could choose one.
Dealing with slipping shoe. Raise your hand if uncomfortable shoes bother you. Discover the energy boost from Nike's latest athletic gear. At first, I struggled with slow workout. Quick tip for anyone dealing with slipping shoes.
I think I like the first one the best. I'm just going to select this.
Quick tip.
And then you can also click here and show all templates if you would want to view more. But I think I'm satisfied with the first one. So I'm just going to go and select that. And next is that we get to choose our AI voice. So I'm just going to go for Roger once again. And then choose AI avatar. You could choose one right here if you have one. But in the template that we've selected, it's already pre-selected for us. So we already have one. Click here on generate video. And from here, we are now going into advanced. Now we get to target our audience. We could go for young adults and professionals right here. Or I think I'm just going to go for professionals. The brand logo from here is that it's also pre-selected from the URL that we have given. And then the images right here, also from the URL. So we're just going to go and select one right here. So now it's uploading it. And then I also want this, so it's also uploaded. So you could actually select multiple. And then I'm just going to go and select this of various colors. Right there, so I think that looks great. And now from here, I'm going to go into copywriting. So in here, we could go for the hook selection, shock and surprise, call to action, and other settings in here. This would actually depend on your strategy. So as for me, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I think that's pretty decent. And the media settings here, stock videos. I'm just going to go for AI image right here. Aspect ratio is portrait. Video duration, I'm just going to go for 5 to 15. image style, you can go for the prompt right here. And I'm satisfied with that. So I'm just going to go click on generate video. And now it's generating for us. So we just need to wait now. Now that it's ready, let's play it.
Struggling to stay hydrated during your busy day? Use Hydrate Spark. It's effective thanks to SipSense technology and smart alerts. In just hours, you'll notice better hydration. It makes staying healthy easier. I personally use it like this. I set alerts and enjoy cold drinks all day. Simple. All my friends tried it too, and they're hooked. Even fitness groups love it. Stop wasting time with dehydration. Grab Hydrate Spark today and hydrate smarter.
All right, so for me, the result was not that good. As you can see right here in this scene, you can see that there are some images, but it's not filling up the screen, and there are a ton of awkward spaces that was left out. So I think this could be better. And also for this ones right here, this B-roll footages I don't really like because it's not really the Tumblr that I used right here.
This group. Grab
So I think there would be a ton of edits that will be needed for this. But on the audio side, all is good. So I'm satisfied with it. So we just need to click here on edit again. And then we'd have to go jump into our editor and edit the scenes in here. We can also edit the text and many more. And once you're satisfied, you can now click here on save or download to export it as a video. So that's it. Next is we have idea to video. So in here, we'll basically just be providing our idea here in the prompt box and basically just type it out right there. Once it's typed, you would want to go here into size, choose the aspect ratio that you'd want. So let's say we would want the TikTok size. And then the video duration, I'm going to go for 15. And the language in here, you'll choose the language that you'd want. And then the B-roll media type. For this one, I'm going to try out AI images. And then advanced settings. Here in the prompt type, you could go for transform to give an idea into a story. If you would want to give AI some creative room. Target audience, ethnicity, you can select that right here. And then additional AI image prompt. And once you're satisfied with everything, click on next. And now it's going to load up the video created according to the settings that you have provided. All right, here is the result.
Stay hydrated everywhere. Unlock your energy. Use a sleek water bottle for effortless hydration. Hydrate during workouts, work, and adventures. Get your water bottle.
So yeah, this is basically it for the idea to video. And if there's anything that you'd want to change, again, you'd be able to change that right here in the editor. Make your edits in here. You can see the scenes, text, timeline, and the tools here on the left side. And once you're satisfied, you can now click here on render, and then you'd now be able to save this. Next up is we have blog to video. So basically, you'll just need to provide your blog URL or your file right here, blog file, which is a PDF. You can upload it right here. In my case, I'll just go for a URL, paste it right here, and choose the voice. From here, click here, and then you can choose the voice that you'd want. You can scroll through again and just preview each voice. And if there's something that you want or that you like, then you can just click here on use. So I'm just going to use Roger again. Click here on use. And it says in use, so it's now changed into Roger. Next is the video duration. I'm going to go for 15 seconds. And language right here is that I'm going to go for English. And B-roll media type, I'm going to go for stock videos. And advanced settings, you could go for the prompt type. So this would give the AI some creative room again. So transform the given idea into a story or stick to the provided script without altering the story. I'll just choose the first one. Target audience is young adults, satisfied with that. Ethnicity, I don't need to proceed with any of this. I'll leave it be. And video style right here, you could choose the video styles if there's anything that you don't want or you only want to be included in your video. So I'll just want to include everything. Once done, click on next to proceed, and now it's getting data from the URL in creating your video. All right, now here's the result. Let's play it.
Discover modern water bottle trends with Diller. Eco-friendly materials, sleek designs, enhanced usability, and personalization for your style and comfort. Stay hydrated effortlessly, stand out, and embrace sustainability. Revolutionize how you hydrate today.
So yeah, that is basically it. Just from those blog info that we have provided earlier, now we have created this video. And if there's something that you'd want to edit, you could always go back in here into edit tab and then make your edits in here. So again, I have provided that earlier in the video on how you could use this editor tool. Once you're satisfied, click on save to save this into your Quickads account. You could click here on update, or you could go here into render and basically export it. But again, you would need the premium features or a premium subscription. Next up, we have image to video. So from the name itself, you want to go and provide an image, and then it will be converted into a video. So from here, we're going to go click here on start image, and then we're just going to select our image, which is this one. And then from here, we can now go into our prompt. So let's say that from that image, I want the water bottle to rotate slowly in a platform. And then the duration here, 5 seconds, satisfied with that. You could also go for 10. Aspect ratio, I'm going to go for a portrait one. And then advanced settings, you could also go for camera is fixed right here. So I'm going to go enable this. So the AI will try to maintain the same camera angle throughout the video. You could also add a watermark if needed. Once done, click on generate video, and now it's loading. So you just need to wait for it. All right, it is now done. And here is the result. As you can see, it is now rotating slowly in a platform. All right, next up is we have testimonials. So in here, we can add the text or script for our voiceover. So I'm just going to provide a sample. Let's say, hi, you should get this water bottle right now. It is modern, sleek, it is modern and sleek to fit your aesthetics. It has LED thermostat to tell you the temperature, and it will keep your drink cold or hot for longer hours than other water bottle. So I think that works great. And from here, we can now go into choose an actor. You can select an avatar that you would like to choose in your video. You can go for men or women. So I'm just going to go for this one right here. So I'm just not going to select that because it's automatically selected. And for the voice, I'm going to use Roger right here. And then once it's done, we can also have the option to remove characters background. So I'm just not going to go for this one because I want the background. Click on generate. And now it will now generate the video according to the settings that we did right here. All right, it is now done. And here's the result. You can see that right here on dashboard, video creatives, and here's the video. I'm just going to full screen it and play it from the start.
You should get this water bottle right now. It is modern and sleek to fit your aesthetics. It has LED thermostat to tell you the temperature, and it will keep your drink cold hot for longer hours than other water bottles.
So yeah, I think the video here is fantastic. I really like the result. Now that it's generated, you'll now be able to see that right here. So now you can add the text, media, or you can even add a text asset if you'd want to. And then you could also manipulate the sound here. By the way, you can see the sounds. You could choose one, but in my case, I just speak randomly. And then here is where you can change the aspect ratio of your content. And then this is where you can preview it. So if you'd like to know the final result, here's how it looks like. So that's it. Even though this is not really that related to water bottles, because it's surrealism, it's fine. But this is useful for other use cases, like in sports or in other products that you will be selling here in Quickads. And once you're now satisfied with everything, click on download to use it or export it for upload. And our last one into creating video is that we have UGC ads. In here, you can choose if you'd want to use the video clips or video templates. So it might have some different options in here depending on which one you choose. We'll just go for video clips, and I'm gonna upload my product image. And then from here, you want to go and select video type. You could also go and get the product image from the website, by the way, by clicking here. Now going back in here into the video type, I'm gonna go into product shot, and the instruction would be make the product fully rotate in a platform that is marble and black. And I'm gonna choose the aspect ratio, which is widescreen, and click on generate preview image. And then we should have it right here in a bit. All right, now we have this result. We'll just go and zoom in. And basically from here is that I'm expecting it to be a circular marble right here with some rotating device, but I got a marble, but it's a slab and instead. And no worries, because our product here is perfect. It's looking fine. And from here, you could also make it into a video. If you'd want to make the product rotate, then you would be able to do that here into AI generated video, or you could also convert it into a talking video if you'd want to add some a narration or maybe an AI character or AI model just like this one right here. So yeah, that's how you create your UGC ads right here. You can take it up a level if you would want to go for a video or a talking video. And now next is that we have optimized ads. And from here, we can now upload our ad creative, and it will now be analyzed on its performance and get insights on how to improve it. So let's click here on optimize now and upload our assets right here. I'm just going to drag my ad right here. Actually, it's not possible, so I'm just going to go click here, and I'm just going to go and select my ad, which is this one. Click there, and it's now uploaded. And from here, all that's left is to click here on optimize. And from here, it says analysis is in progress. So we can just now close this because it's still processing or analyzing the ads. Now to view the result, you would want to go here into optimized ads under optimized ads right here. So from here is that we can now see it right here. You can click on a view report. And then this is where we'd be able to see all the analysis and then the improvements that can be made in order for the ad to be better. So we have the rating, the asset analysis. You could view all of this information right here, and then the improvement ideas. And then we have some total score right here. So it's 77 out of 100. So there's still a lot of room for improvements. And now next is that we have the deploy ads feature. So you could select the date that you would want to upload your ad or deploy it. Let's say 21. And from here, you can deploy as post, or you could upload an ad creative. Let's say deploy as post right here. And then we'll now be prompted into the image creatives. And then you could now select the image creatives that you would want to deploy as ad. And let's go back. Let's say we're going to go for 23. You could also upload an ad creative, and now it's going to require you to select a platform. So you'd want to connect your platform like here, like Facebook, Google Business, or TikTok Business, so that you'd be able to schedule the post right here, or you could download and manually upload without going to the platform. You could just stay here in Quick Ads and do all of those things. And Quick Ads can monitor impressions, clicks, and conversions, so you see the results in one dashboard. So it's all right here in Quick Ads. So make sure to link your account right here, like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, if you'd want to deploy it as post. And our last one is that we have the AI agents. So in here we have Adam, which is the creative spy. So this scans and analyzes competitor ads, trends, and creative strategies. Adam helps you see what's working in your niche so you can adapt or outperform. Like for example, Adam might show you the rival water bottle brands that are using eco-friendly messaging, so you can decide whether to lean into sustainability or differentiate with the design. So you can see here we have some keywords and brands similar to my product. And next is that we have Eve. And in here is Eve is an impact analyst. So this is for performance measurement, and it evaluates how your ads are performing across platforms. Breaks down metrics like engagement, conversions, and ROI. That is why you would need to connect your Meta account for this, for Facebook, So Eve could tell you that your lifestyle video ads are driving more clicks than your static product shots, guiding you to invest more in video. Next is that we have Lindy. So Lindy is our creative agent. And basically, Lindy is the creative ideation and optimization. So this helps you brainstorm, refine, and polish ad concepts. So it suggests hooks, scripts, or visual styles tailored to the product. So these are assistants that you could use in leveling up your ad game. So yeah, this is basically it for the detailed demonstration on the features here in Quick Ads. I hope this video has been helpful, and if you want to use Quick Ads, make sure to check the description for links and coupon codes for you to use to get the best deals possible. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.